A young man picks up his future sister-in-law from the station. She's dressed in simple country clothes, and he smirks to himself, thinking she's probably never even seen a car. To scare her, he drives like a lunatic. Suddenly, she pulls out a blade and presses it against the steering wheel. The car stops instantly in front of a military mansion. He's shaking, but she's calm. Inside, she examines the car and warns him not to drive because something is wrong with it. He laughs, calls her a street magician, grabs the blade, and throws it away. 1 second later, the wall where the blade touched collapses completely, and his face goes pale. Earlier that day, she had stopped human traffickers in public. A military officer didn't believe her and thought she was a fraud, but when the traffickers refused to talk and the children were missing, he decided to trust her. She closed her eyes. Golden light exploded across the street, and in under a minute, she located the hidden children across the city. She is the last heir of an ancient bloodline. That night, she arrives at the mansion with an old marriage contract, explaining that 10 years ago, his father promised her grandfather that his grandson would marry her in return for saving the family. The mother laughs, says her son is a military governor, calls the girl nobody, and throws down cash, telling her to disappear. The girl doesn't move. She raises her hand, and the marriage contract materializes in midair, glowing gold. She says it was signed in blood and that breaking it will bring consequences tonight. The mother rips it apart and orders her thrown out. The girl watches silently, having expected this. Suddenly, footsteps echo as the grandfather and eldest son return home early. They freeze when they see the torn contract. The grandfather, furious, says his father gave his life to save the family and that the promise was sacred. The eldest son steps forward and recognizes her instantly. Dark clouds gather above the mansion. He says she's here to collect what's owed. The girl's eyes begin to glow gold, and the mother finally realizes her mistake. She hears the warning. You wanted to see what happens when you break a contract with a blade wielder? The screen cuts to black, and the words appear. What comes next will change everything.